What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Take a look at how quickly things are moving right here now in the Israel, Hamas, Palestine, Gaza war here. Things are not looking good. Things are escalating here quickly. Multiple different things here for you. First of all, the military group Hezbollah takes responsibility for attacks on Israel military posts along the Lebanon border. First of all, the Hezbollah military group, Hezbollah says here previously that they're potentially up to 100,000 people strong in their military group. Okay. If they join Hamas, this will be a potential game changer, a negative thing, right? At the bare minimum, right? And in fact, that's actually the actual wording here. Iran backed Hezbollah joining the Israel Hamas conflict would be a quote game changer, Middle East expert says. And you can see the actual report here. Hezbollah actually attacked Israel military posts along Lebanon border here within the last 24 hours. So if they join here on a full scale here, this would be anywhere up to 100,000 more troops joining Hamas on the attack against Israel. This would not be a good thing for Israel, the Israel Defense Forces. And the militant group Hezbollah took responsibility Friday for targeting Israeli military posts with small arms fire along the country's border with Lebanon, and Israelis responded with artillery strikes. So, will Hezbollah be pulled into this war and potentially bring another 100,000 troops on Hamas's side? The back and forth comes as Hezbollah's duty chief, Naim Qassem, said at a rally near Beirut on Friday that the group is ready to jump into the Israel-Hamas conflict. Quote, the behind-the-scenes calls with us by great powers, Arab countries, envoys of the United Nations, directly and indirectly tells us not to interfere will have no effect. He said, according to Reuters, Hezbollah knows its duties perfectly well. We are prepared and ready, fully ready. This comes as the deadline for Palestinians to flee Gaza as Israeli troops amass at the border. Actually hundreds of thousands of people have fled Gaza. Take a look here at the current scene there.
Israel says it's offering Palestinians safe passage from northern Gaza to the south for the next several hours. Israel isn't stopping its airstrikes, and many today are focusing on southern Gaza, where Israel has told Palestinians to go. Medical officials tell NBC News an Israeli airstrike Friday struck a convoy as it was trying to head south from Gaza City, killing 70 Palestinians and wounding 200. Most of them women and children. 1 million Palestinians now face an impossible choice: stay in northern Gaza and face a possible Israeli incursion, or flee to the south as refugees and maybe get bombed on the way. Salma Shura is a 22-year-old dental student.
There's no shelters. They cut off the water. All the bathrooms are closed. They cut off the internet. Here we're living times that have never existed in any humanity possible. This aggression needs to be over. Palestinian life matter. Gaza life matter. We're not numbers.
You got to remember here, there's going to be a lot of innocent people here caught up in the middle on both sides, just like in the Ukraine war. This is why war is such a terrible, terrible thing. This is why we never want war. Nobody wants war. And this is why the attack on Israel that, on the music festival, that really was a terrible, terrible thing on all those innocent people. And now Israel, saying we have to do something, and telling all the innocent people to flee, get out of the way. We have to go and, get the, Hamas military group. We have to eliminate them. We have to go back and, try to stop them. This is the problem. You have to see, and this is, if you see the calls for free Palestine, you've probably heard that, seen that, maybe seen it in the comments. You have to remember here that there is, it's like almost 2 million people in Palestine that are regular, average, everyday people that are really being held hostage by the 30, 40, 50,000 Hamas military groups that are actually telling people not to flee the city, stay there in a war zone, which is just, God help anybody, no matter which God you worship, right? No matter which country you're from, which religion you're from, who would want to stay there in a war zone? They literally want to use these people as human shields. Think about this. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, these are biblical times. This is the stuff that has been written about thousands of years ago, and it's really, really sad. And the problem is that these people are going to be caught up in this war, what some people are calling a holy war. I mean, this is literally going on in and around the area of Jerusalem in Israel. And just in case, if you think this is a distraction from the other war, well, it could be, because the U.S. says North Korea delivered 1,000 containers of equipment and munitions to Russia for the Ukraine war. So while this is going on, don't forget, there's another war still going on. Yeah, the White House said that on Friday that North Korea has just delivered more than 1,000 containers of military equipment and munitions to Russia for its ongoing war in Ukraine, which does show that Russia was running low on military supplies. Speculations about a possible North Korean plan to refill Russia's munition stores drained in its protracted war with Ukraine flared last month when North Korean leader Kim Jong-un traveled to Russia to meet President Vladimir Putin and visit key military sites. White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said the U.S. believes Kim Jong-un is seeking sophisticated Russian weapons technology in return for the munitions to boost North Korea's military and nuclear weapons program. The White House just released images that said it shows the containers were loaded onto a Russian-flagged ship before being moved via train to southwestern Russia. The containers were shipped between September 7th and October 1st between Nazhin, North Korea, and Dune, Russia, according to the White House. Quote, "We condemn the DPRK for providing Russia with this military equipment, which will be used to attack Ukrainian cities and kill Ukrainian civilians and further Russia's illegitimate war." The People's Republic of Korea, the country's official name. Also, the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, bans Russia from the Olympics for including annexed regions of Ukraine. That's right. You can let me know your thoughts here on this. The International Olympic Committee says the inclusion of 4 regions of Ukraine for Russia, to include them into Russia's people to compete for Russia, merits immediate suspension. Yeah, the International Olympic Committee on Thursday suspended the Russian Olympic Committee for recognizing regional organizations from 4 territories annexed from Ukraine. The IOC said the ROC was banned with immediate effect and would not be eligible for any funding after it recognized Olympic councils from the 4 annexed regions of Ukraine, which Russia continues to say are theirs. R4 were unilaterally annexed from late last year by the Russian Federation after the world, the United Nations, says that the votes were a sham. So yeah, two major wars going on here with conflicts all across the world here and multiple different countries involved here with a lot of moving parts and pieces. So I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here on a daily basis. If you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any new videos. It's completely free to do so. Also, thanks for liking and sharing. Click the bell icon after you subscribe. Click here to see the U.S. silently sending troops to Israel and Iran, or click here to see my newest video next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.